A student wishes to determine the amount of sodium chloride and potassium chloride in a 1.55 gram sample that is a mixture of both. She dissolves the sample in distilled water and then reacts it with excess silver nitrate. She obtains 3.408 grams of a dry precipitate. So in this situation, she has two compounds mixed together. They have a total mass of 1.55 grams. The common ion between them both is my chloride. As she reacted them in silver nitrate, the silver caused all of the chloride from both of the samples to come out of solution and form silver chloride. So we have Ag plus Cl minus gives us AgCl, and we know the mass of the silver chloride. Next, what's the mass of the chloride in the mixture? Well, we do know that the total mass of my precipitate, my silver chloride, is 3.408 grams. We use the molar mass of silver chloride to get the moles of silver chloride. Then we set up a mole-to-mole ratio to get to 1 mole of chloride. Then we use the molar mass of chloride to get the mass of chloride, which is 0.8430 grams of chloride, which is the total, all of the chloride from both the sodium and the potassium chloride. Next, part C, what is percent of my potassium chloride and sodium chloride originally present in the sample? Well, I don't know the full compounds yet, but I do know they're chlorides. And so, first of all, I'm going to find out what percent does chloride make up in both of these compounds. Well, my chloride makes up 60.66% of sodium chloride, and it makes up 47.55% of potassium chloride. Well, to help me use this percent now, I'm going to jump in a little bit to maybe an algebra 2. And we're going to now call X is going to represent my sodium chloride, and the variable Y will represent my potassium chloride. And we do know that X plus Y, sodium chloride plus potassium chloride, had a mass of 1.557 grams. Well, I'm going to solve for one of the variables here, so I can carry out some substitution. I'm just going to solve for Y, so I'm going to subtract X from both sides, and realize that Y is the same as 1.557 grams minus X. Well, now I'm going to bring things together. I know that 60% of my X and 47% of my Y equals the mass of my chloride, which is 0.8430 grams. And again, I just changed your percents to decimals. But now I'm going to carry out my substitution. In place of Y, I'm going to put 1.557 minus X. So now I only have one variable left to solve for. So let's get into about an algebra. So I isolate my X, go through the process of isolating X, and I find out that X is 0.7830, and then from that I get my Y, which is 0.7740, because I know both of these compounds must add up to 1.557. Now I take their masses divided by the total, which is 1.557 from the sample, and I get their percent. I realize that my sodium chloride makes up 40.29%, and the potassium chloride makes up 49.71%.